So this is the feature race, and we have 11 going to post. A number of these horses coming out of the Premier Plate was the Group 3 over the 1800 metres. Mighty Giant, Champions Way, excellent proposal, finishing 8th, 6th and 9th respectively. Actually, Savvy 9 comes out of that race as well. He finished 5th. Fantastic Treasure behind the Golden Scenery last time out. Turin Red Sun, incredibly unlucky in that race, beaten a short head by Tourbillon Diamond. Bourbon Air bolted up last time on a soft track by 6 lengths. Money Catcher, California 10 and Celestial Power were all behind him, but get a big swing at the weights as a result. Okay, so as far as the speed map is concerned for this one, Mark, I assume Bourbon Air will roll forward again, but King's Shield could be a thorn in his side.
Absolutely. We know he likes to go forward, but he's got all of his form on an all-weather track as opposed to the turf where he has struggled. Mighty Giant's probably going to be slow out of the gates, Nick, but he is able to muster pace usually pretty quickly after that, and he might have the speed from barrier number 3 to push through and get in behind the leader.
Yeah, and the horse drawn next to him is Turin Red Sun. Obviously, we saw how unlucky he was last time out. Zach will ride and obviously will leave nothing to chance, but he might just have to sort of find himself a bit of racing room. And Fantastic Treasure, of course, if they go quick, he's a horse we know can rattle off a pretty decent sectional, up in trip, drawn 1. Again, another horse who will be looking for racing room.
I think Mighty Giant might be the question, Mark, there, as you said, Mark, how he gets out of the gates and whether he can hold that position or not. We start our search for the winner. Looking back, firstly, at the Premier Plate. This is a Group 3, 1800 metres, Mark, and just a horror show for Turin Red Sun. Got held up all the way down the straight, couldn't get out, but we shouldn't forget about Champions Way. Mighty Giant, excellent proposal as well.
Absolutely, and we'll see Turin Red Sun trying to get out. You can see Mighty Giant's further back in the field. The speed map's got him in behind the leader, so if he doesn't begin fast, which he doesn't always do, he might end up further back in the field than what that showed. But here he is, Nick, trying to get out inside of Butterfield that kept him in long enough, and when he did get out, he rattled through late.
He certainly did, and look, he's got a good level of form so far this season, arguably unlucky not to have won one, but Zach Purton rides here, a lot to like about him this time.
So we'll see it now from the head on. You can see the problem he's got. Tourbillon Diamond came around him and then Butterfield held him in. So he's just waiting. There's absolutely nowhere to go. And when he does get out, the thing that impressed me, Nick, was the turn of foot he showed. He only beaten a short head in the end. Yeah,
it was a ready turn of foot. Look, he's a classy horse. We know that from his form through the 4-year-old series. So, I mean, look, he's in a race where he can certainly get very competitive.
Savvy 9 didn't go a bad race in that either. He's placed 3 from 6 course and distance. Haven't got him in. We know him generally over further though.
All right, let's go back to the trials and have a look at Excellent Proposal, who he's sucked me in I don't know how many times, Mark. He does trial well and he trials well again here, but what do we expect on race day?
He did. Alexi Bedell rode him in this trial, and Alexi's riding Bourbon Air, so on that, you would have to think Bourbon Air's the better of the two. He's an incredibly frustrating horse, Nick. He's got the ability. He's won 4 from 18. Pretty good record over the 1600 metres, but which one will turn up?
Well, this is it, and I mean, look, Luke Curry rides for the first time. Perhaps a change of reinsman on this horse might just suit him, but you're that's kind of what you're banking on in Old Champions. Well, he's an 8-time winner, so you know, he deserves his place, and hopefully he'll run well again.
And he never really does a lot at the trial, so we'd be too put off by what you just saw there. Fantastic Treasure next, Nick, unbeaten in 5 starts last season, hasn't quite reached those heights this campaign.
He hasn't, no. Obviously had a bit of an interrupted campaign this time in. Obviously just the 5 starts for him, obviously. But I mean, this run last time out, I thought there was plenty of merit in it. He's had to be pulled to the outside. I think he would certainly have stripped fitter for the run. Karis Teton on, but the Hayes team, Mark, not in the greatest of form at the moment.
No, looking to turn it around is David. First time over the 1600 metres, he looked like he was going to run right into this race and just peak. So those 2 runs back, as Nick said, should have sharpened him up. And he carries 14 pounds less from the inside draw for the rising class.
All right, Bourbon Air. He was brilliant this day, Mark, but you can tell from the pictures here how different the conditions were. Money Catcher, California 10, Celestial Power in behind. They get sort of an 11, 12 pound turnaround with him here.
They do indeed. He worked to this win, though, even allowing for the fact that the rain had come and got the conditions to suit. He was going to win a race sooner rather than later. It might not have been by as big a space as what it was if the track wasn't like it was, but Alexi Bedell riding him for John Size. Not sure he got the choice, Nick, but the fact he rode the stablemate in the trial, he's in on that.
Yeah, I think so, and like, I suppose it's a concern, but a concern obviously on the back of that is that will he handle better ground as well as he has that, because he's absolutely bolted up there, so he's clearly revelled in it.
Okay, so an interesting mix here, Nick, as far as the weights are concerned. The last start winners, which way did you go in the end?
Yeah, look, it's a competitive race. Certainly think that there are plenty of chances, but Turin Red Sun for me, I think was the way to go here. Obviously, mightily unlucky last time. Zach's on board, and I'm sure Douglas White would love to get a win into him before the season's out, of course. So 7 on top over Fantastic Treasure. I can certainly give a chance to in this. Bourbon Air goes in for third. Concerns on the ground slightly, but he was very good last time. An excellent proposal. I'll throw him in. He's a bit of a tricky customer at times, but I think on his best form he's good enough to be included. 7, 6, 8 and 3 for me.
Same first three. Just got Moneycatcher in for fourth. Turin Red Sun, he's actually still a maiden. 9 starts will be on a Saturday, but he can break through here. He should have won last time, just things didn't go his way at the 2-300 metre mark. Fantastic Treasure, drop in weight and an inside gate. Bourbon Air, really good last time. And Moneycatcher, he's a horse that is also a maiden, start 10, but he's placed 6 times. He was beaten by Bourbon Air, and he's had wet tracks at his last 2, but he's racing okay on top of the ground before that. 7, 6, 8 and 9.
I got the same top 3 as well, 7, 6 and 8. Turin Red Sun last time, shoulda, woulda, coulda. I think they'll get some consolation here with a decent Class 1.